Hello, doctor. My name is Xu Fan. My part is introduction. The reason for choosing financial articles is mainly based on the current global economic and finance environment is not very optimistic. My members of the group are willing to work in the finance service center, which give us a deep and broad understanding of finance knowledge and research. Reasons for choosing an article: a weak labor market, reduced opportunity cost of starting a business, the pressure of unemployment forced workers to start their own businesses temporarily. A decline in the labor market would force workers to create better businesses and become more entrepreneurship. Acted by the academic, the job market has also suffered recessions and shock.
Hello, doctor. My name is Huo Zhaoxia. My part is problem statement. The traditional view is that the downturn in the labor market increases the opportunity cost of entrepreneurship, and even laid off workers face lower wages after being laid off for many years. Struggling job seekers are more likely to permanently withdraw from the labor market, prompting workers to temporarily start their own businesses and reducing the quality of entrepreneurship. But the above viewpoint has not been empirically tested. Furthermore, traditional perspectives do not take into account the differences in entrepreneurial behavior between highly skilled and low skilled workers. On this basis, the author explores the relationship between the decline in the labor market and the quantity and the quality of newly established companies based on the employment history of 640,000 employees with undergraduate degrees from 1998 to 2012. Okay, this is my part. Thank you.
Okay, next is research questions. The core question studied by the author is only one. To what extent does the recessions of the labor market force workers to create better quality enterprises? However, as the research depends, the author further expands its research question. First, the relationship between unemployment shock and the quality of worker for college graduates. Second, the relationship between unemployment impact and entrepreneurial quality. Will unemployment shock affect the timeline of business creation, or have Fox stops driven innovation? That's all.
When conducting a literature review, the author focused on its issue that they want to demonstrate and study in order to justify the research hypothesis. After sorting out the previous literature, the author formally confirmed their research hypothesis by using the Maddox method. According to the author, the research for the emergence of foreign employment is trauma and injury to the labor force caused by the effects of the job market, such as lower wages and permanent unemployment. At the same time, the existence of these hidden dangers can also encourage some people to start a business. Further, the author summarized the view of previous scholars of its types of foreign employment. Foreign employment can promote the number of enterprises created, but the enterprises is short-lived and rather rarely promotes the emergence of innovations and productive enterprises. However, the author said and criticized the views of previous scholars, and through a literature review points out that that's the company's behavior of highly skilled and high-income individuals in the economy downturn, and point out its role in promoting innovations. The author's literature review is arranged by subjects, from the reason and the results of foreign employment to innovations, and finally to employment behavior of highly skilled individuals. The author literature review is relatively simple, but by focusing on the research problem and conducting a literature review around the research problem, they gradually introduce their research question and indirectly prove the rationality of their research hypothesis.
Hello, doctor. This is Wang Wei. Let me perform the research method part. The author adapts descriptive statistics and empirical testing methods, mainly using quantitative research methods. Firstly, the author conducted a series of descriptive statistics on the sample data and came to the preliminary statistical results. Subsequently, the author first established an empirical model to test whether a weak labor market increases opportunities for entrepreneurship, and then used a linear probability cross-sectional model to estimate the impact of changes in the national unemployment rate on the likelihood of workers entering entrepreneurship after graduating from undergraduate education. The author conducted empirical tests based on the employment history of 641,140 university graduates in provinces and made predictions for the future based on the results of large amount of historical data in the past. What's more, the relationship between unemployment shocks and entrepreneurial outcomes is difficult to explore through qualitative methods such as interview and observations. The impact of the job market and in the entrepreneurial behavior are both relatively macro concepts, which are the overall behavior of society. It is necessary to conduct large-scale social surveys in order to have a complete conclusion on the relationship and the patterns between the two. Thank you.
Hello, Professor. This is Chen Weijie from Set 3, Group 3, and I'm in charge of the sixth part, which is the finding part. I made a basic conceptual framework in this model. I set 4 variables, which is there are the number of college graduates, the impact of the employment rates, and the possibility of employment in high-tech industry, and the weak labor markets. And they are respectively as independent variables, dependent variables, and motivator variables. And also I made 2 points in this part. The first point is testing the impact of unemployment on entrepreneurship behavior. We have conclusion for this point, which is whenever the unemployment rate of economic increase by 1%, the entrepreneurship will increase by 0.2% 1 year after graduation. Second point is the impact of unemployment on the quality of entrepreneurship. We also have conclusion. The first one is the impact of unemployment will lead to a permanent increase in the entrepreneurship rate. Second conclusion is the impact of unemployment affect the likelihood of important and productive enterprise arising. Third one is increase in unemployment rates increase the likelihood of a new business surviving, obtaining venture capital, invention, patents, and being acquired. That's all. Thank you.
About the part of discussion, this study analyzes the impact of labor market downturn on entrepreneurship across various industries. It found that, except for trade and transportation, higher unemployment rates result in increased entrepreneurship in 7 out of 8 industry categories. This study attributes the higher entrepreneurship rates in financial, professional, and technical services to individuals with relevant skills who are inclined to start businesses in these sectors. It also highlights how economic challenges foster innovation and create entrepreneurial opportunities, ultimately enhancing the quality of new ventures. Overall, the study challenges conventional wisdom by revealing the positive effects of unemployment on entrepreneurial outcomes.
Hi, Doctor. I'm Zhao Kai. I will introduce the contributions and the implications. The conversation with is that the depressed labor market encourage workers to start a business temporarily, thereby reducing the quality of entrepreneurship. By analyzing the employment history of 340,000 undergraduates in the United States, the authors find that co-labor graduates to increase their chance to starting a business during periods of high employment. However, firms funded by these forced enterprises are more likely to survive, drive innovation, and receive venture capital. The author's insights are an important guide to current practice. The impact of COVID-19 poses a serious threat to the employment environment for college graduates. However, based on the author's conclusions and viewpoint, in this context, more and more university graduates may turn to self-employment, which may bring innovation and new employment opportunities to the economy and the society, and thus contribute to the recovery of the employment market. The government and the authority should help university graduates to realize their entrepreneurial plans through institution improvement. That's all. Thank you.